It has started. I never know when it's going to start. I think it needs to have some sort of like audio thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't always tell. So it's Tuesday, and actually I hadn't really planned on making a video. I had not. But here I am. Here I am anyway, and you're welcome. I've just kind of piddled around today, obsessing about my face. I don't know if it's the medication. I think I've said this before. If it's the meds or the fact that I haven't been drinking enough water, I don't know what it is. But my face is absolutely horrible. Now, my work friend Melanie tells me I'm nuts and that my face is fine. In pictures, my face looks great. But when I get my magnifying mirror that magnifies it up to 5 times and my big giant flashlight and my tweezers and everything else, then I see every little imperfection, and I'm not a big fan. So the past couple of days I have been using this thing that I got from the Rite Aids. And I mentioned this the other day. It's supposed to be like one of those Olive Olay ones, but it's like way cheaper. And you can put brushes. It comes with different attachments. There's one that you can do your feet with, and then there's one you can brush your body with, and one you can brush your face with. And then there's this little honker that you can massage like moisturizer into your face, which is what I'm about to do now. Because I will tell you that just in the past 2 days alone, I have I did an avocado mud mask yesterday. I've used this thing 3 times. Countless like Noxzema alcohol wipes. I did a facial yesterday, the hot steam facial with the soap and stuff afterwards. And I probably dried my skin, honey, to hell wouldn't have it. So I'm going to. So you can just massage it like that, but that seems like that would probably hurt. And I'm afraid to put the moisturizer directly on the thing because my luck, it just goes flying everywhere. So we'll just, this is the oil-free Neutrogena SPF something. Take my damn glasses off now, I can't see. I think it's SPF 15. I don't know. It's not like I'm planning on going out in the sun anyway. I used to be one of these people, honey, that loved the sun. Loved to lay out in it, fall asleep in it, you name it. The older I get, not so much. I will have lily white pasty legs and lily white pasty skin, and I'll be perfectly happy with that. Yeah. It just ages you. It just ages you so much. Oh, that sun does. Alright, well. I feel like I got that in my eye a little bit. So, yesterday, I had posted an article on oh, that's not good, on my Facebook about Hillary Clinton's visit to Ashland. And it was a story that I saw on the interwebs from one of the TV channels that was reporting on it. Honey, the comments on that post absolutely blew my shit in the weeds, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, my eye hurts real bad right now. Is that thunder? I really want to go get gas. I didn't want to stop on the way home Sunday, so my tank, I let it get really, really low, and my father would shoot me if he knew that, but so just don't tell him. And because I'm always running late for work in the morning, I wanted to go get gas this evening. That way, you know. All right. Anywho, so yeah, people on this post. That's kind of okay. I'm gonna have to take this to work with me. I didn't take it last week. But I think if I just take it every single day and yada yada yada. People laugh at me for the money that I spend on hair products and face products. But would you believe that I'm close to 50 years old? Would you? Nope, you wouldn't. But anyway, on this food, and it just made me really sad. It made me incredibly sad, and I'm going to tell you why. We have evolved into the most disrespectful, uncouth, as my mother would say. You're so uncouth. Society, and it blows my mind. Now listen, I'm not saying that you have to agree with everyone's politics and that you have to like every candidate, because you don't. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to love you some Hillary. No one says that. But when did it become okay to like be so threatening and derogatory and evil and hateful? When did that become okay? Because you know what? It's not. It's not okay. It's very rude. I can't stand rude behavior. You know, I was raised with manners, and if you did not use those manners, you got the horse shit knocked out of you. You know? Listen, here's the bottom line. In this life, in this world, we are going to be completely bombarded with things that we don't like, things that we don't agree with, things that make us angry, all sorts of hoopla. That's life. That's just how it goes. We can't control that. We can't control what makes us mad. We can't control what other people do and all this other stuff. But what we can control, and what we are in 100% constant control of, is our actions and how we respond to things. This is quite lovely. My eye still hurts, but this feels lovely. It's like a sponge. And it's just working the moisturizer into my skin, which, like I said, after everything that I've done to it, I've probably dried it out. So hopefully I won't look like Sister Mary Scaleface tomorrow when I go to work. And maybe if this is like a massage thing, maybe it'll help with like wrinkles too. I don't know. But anyway, and it's not just her visit to Ashland. It's just this whole political thing, and it's everything. It's everybody. It's, you know, the people. And I'm going to say it, and please, my black friends, don't get mad at me for saying this, because I'm not saying it to be disrespectful. I'm paraphrasing. When did it become okay to call the President of the United States a nigger? Because he's black. That, I mean, to me, that is the most derogatory word anyway. I mean, just by itself, that's the most derogatory word. And then you're going to address the President of the United States by calling him that. You know, here's the thing. If you don't agree with his politics, that's fine. That's fine. It's real easy to simply say, I don't agree with his politics. And act like you have some education. Act like you have some sense. Yes, I don't agree with his policy. I don't agree with his policy on this. I don't agree with his policy on that. Sure has been a rough term. Looking forward to having somebody new in the office. And that's it. Point blank period. That's it. That's all you got to say. Not these buffoons, honey. No, honey. Waving their little flags and shouting nigger this. And somebody referred to him as a porch monkey. I saw somebody had made an article and called him a porch monkey. I mean, that it just, like I said, it's bad enough to use those terms, just referring to people in general, but to disrespect the president, this society that we're living in is absolutely fucking frightening. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is fucking frightening. Just the liberties that people take, and you'll see these things where people are like stepping on the flag and protest. What? Jesus. I don't understand it. I wasn't raised that way, and the thing of it is, I don't think other people were either. But somehow, somewhere along the line, people have gotten the idea that it's just anything goes. Do whatever in the hell you want. Respect thrown out the window. And I'll be honest with you, and here's the thing. I believe in religion. I believe in God. I believe in all that. But this whole organized religion hoopla, no, I don't get on board with that. But having said that, I will tell you, and I'm liberal. God knows I am a bleeding heart liberal. But what I will tell you is, I'm not hardcore anything. If that's the political label that I have to put on it, if I have to pick a party, yeah, I'm liberal, I'm Democrat. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I don't get to have opinions that maybe fall sort of on the conservative side, or, do you know what I'm saying? I think people sometimes get so, when they talk about the other parties, and that's something else that gets on my nerves. The Republicans making fun of the Democrats, and the Democrats making fun of Republicans. Grow up! Good God. I mean, tiny little children behave better. But my point was, I think one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest, instigators of all this, is when they took prayer out of schools. I'll be the first one to admit it. Because I'm telling you something, and I had made a post about something like this a while back, and one of my friends, because I'd said something to the effect of, wouldn't it be nice if we could just go back to a more simple and kinder time? People just were normal. And so my friend pointed out, no, because then we wouldn't have all these advances that we have today, all these medical advances. And I get that. Don't rain on my parade. Yeah, I appreciate the technology, and I appreciate the medical advances and all this other stuff that we enjoy in today's society. That's awesome. But that wasn't what I was referring to in the post. I just wish we could go back to a time when people were nicer, when people knew the meaning of respect, when people were kind to one another. When I was a kid growing up, we had a healthy measure of fear of getting in trouble. You knew that if you stepped out of line, you was going to get your ass whooped by your principal, by your teacher, by somebody in that school. And if they had to go get the damn janitor to do it, janitor would beat your ass. And then you knew that once you got home, you're going to get it again. And so the fear alone was enough to keep most of us in check. I never got paddled. And I'm pretty mischievous, but I never got whooped because I was terrified of getting out of line. Honey, nowadays, a little kid will stand there and call you everything but a white woman with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's 8 years old. Where are the parents? Back in those days, our teacher would read out of the Bible to us. She'd read us little Bible scriptures, and we'd sing our little songs, and we'd do our little Pledge of Allegiance, and we'd say the words under God, and nobody spazzed out. Nobody got all bajiggity. It's what was. That's how it happened. That's how it went down. There you go. Point blank period. End of story. Blah. Honey, nowadays, you can't talk about God. I might offend somebody. Somebody might get upset about that. You can't spank no children in school. That's child abuse. Here's the thing. I know that there's people that don't believe in God. I get it. I understand it. I've got friends who are atheists. I got friends who are agnostics. And you know what? I'm cool with that. That's what you believe, and you go right ahead. I mean, and it's not infringing upon me, and it's not causing harm, irreparable harm to me, and you're not like clubbing baby seals over the head. Do what you must. Here's the thing. If you are, I'm going to put it in real simple terms for you, okay? Super simple. Super simple terms, which is one thing that I'm really good at, okay? And I got to turn this off so that I can focus. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. That was kind of lovely about it. Look at the dark circles. Whew. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put this in real awesomely wonderful, simple terms for anyone who has difficulty understanding this concept. When we talk about things that we don't like, or things that offend us, or things that piss us off, or yada, 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 everybody got something to say. Okay? Everybody got something to say. Praying? I don't hear no damn praying. Jesus? I don't hear no damn Jesus. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I compare it to. Let's say you go to a dinner party. Okay? Just a dinner party. I mean, it doesn't have to be anywhere spectacular. It just, it's a dinner party. Now, let's say that you sit down at the table. Okay? And, you put on a nice little outfit, and, you took your shower, and you did your hair, and you're feeling all good about yourself. And you're like, well, I'm about to throw down. So, you're sitting there at this dinner party, and honey, you're about ready to digest your internal organs because you're so hungry. When lo and behold, they start bringing out the plates. Out with the plates. You get ready to put a dent in it until they put the plate in front of you. Now, on this plate are pork chops. And honey, you love pork chops. Love them. And they some homemade macaroni and cheese. Good God, you love macaroni and cheese. But then in the far corner of the plate, just sitting there, looking like whodunit, Brussels sprouts. Sprouts of Brussels. You know what? I imagine that's what evil tastes like. But here's the thing. You don't have to eat the Brussels sprouts. Honey, they ain't nobody gonna come up behind you, and try to shank you with a fork and make you eat them Brussels sprouts. So here's what you do. You eat them pork chops, you eat the macaroni and cheese, and then you leave the Brussels sprouts on the plate. Just don't even bother with them. Don't touch them. Don't eat them. You don't have to. It's the same thing with all this other shit. You don't want to hear some prayer? Don't listen to it. Walk out of the room. Walk away. You're right. Just don't deal with it. You worried about bathroom situations? Worried about what your kids is going to do? And worried about somebody going there and going to touch your children's hoo-ha? Don't go to the bathroom. Pee before you go. Don't go to that store. I mean, it's real simple, but we live in this age where everything has got to be some big hoopla, gigantic, blown out of proportion production so that everybody knows what you think and how you feel, and it turns into a fight. I mean, just like at Christmas time, that shit with the Starbucks. doing the little cup design. Is that what we've come to? Is that what we have evolved to? You know, my friend made the comment that, oh, we've got all this technology, and you know, we've got this and we've got that, and blah blah blah, and that might be true. It is true. But our mentality seems like it has gone backwards. Yeah, it's great to have a damn telephone that can do everything, but you know, pork you and brush your teeth. But my God, when people cannot even have enough common sense to look at a cup and say, oh, okay, that's a different cup, and going about their day without having some big act of Congress, there's a problem. There's a problem. We live in the most self-absorbed, self-entitled society ever. And it's maddening to me. Sometimes I get tickled sitting back reading shit and leave little comments and posts, and then other times I shake my head, and then other times I just get freaking mad. And I just want to shake people and slap them in their vaginas, in their penises, because there's just no sense in it. There's no sense. I mean, and it's all human created. It's all human created. We create. It's like those little things, those little self-help little memes and stuff that you see. You know what I'm saying? The one that says something about people who create their own storms and then get pissed off that it's raining. Well, this is what we've done. This is what America has come to. We have created all of this shit, and then everybody wants to sit around and get mad over this and mad over that, and that hurts my feelings, and that offends me, and that. Just be. Go to the Starbucks. Drink your frickin' coffee. Go take you a shit in whatever bathroom you want to shit in. I don't care. Who cares, people? Who cares if the guy next to you on the bus likes wiener? That's none of your business. That's none of your business. Just like it's none of his business that you go home and rub yourself down with potted meat and tell your wife to look at you and say, spank me harder, my naughty little pig slave. Everybody's got their quirks. Everybody's got their little predilections for freaky shit. The gay guy on the bus ain't bothering you. He just won't get home. A friend of mine had posted something about the whole bathroom issue the other day, and so there's always one. There's one in every crowd. He wanted to come in and give his big white male privileged heterosexual viewpoint on things. Honey, here's the thing. Until you have to walk a mile in my Birkenstocks, or you have to walk a mile in Safonda Peters's high heel pumps, don't. Just don't. Talking about how he's going to protect his child from these bathrooms. Honey, then go with the child to the bathroom. Everybody acts like it's just now that perverts are creeping up out the woodwork. Honey, perverts have always existed. Always. Point blank period. They have always been around. Okay? A lot of places have had unisex bathrooms for years. For years. No one's ever said a fucking word about them. But now that the little trans label gets thrown on it, people have lost their damn mind. Lost their minds. Bathroom people. With a biracial, an interracial couple, a black lady, a white guy, and a black child. You wouldn't believe, and I had to, at one point I had to look at it and say, surely to God these people are just, they're being facetious. And maybe some of them were, but it was hard to tell. Folk getting outraged saying that they wasn't going to shop at the Old Navy because they were tired of this shit being shoved down their throats. What shit? I can't know about it. I can't know about it. In other news, my third bottle of water today. I had, now Don, don't get it twisted, I did have 3 cups of coffee as well. My fourth cup was the French roast. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it kind of tastes like poverty and despair. I didn't like it. So I switched to the water, my third bottle. Yeah. So maybe if I drink more water, my skin will perk up. And maybe my fat chubs will get smaller. I don't know. Couldn't hurt to try. Well, I'm put on some flip-flops and find my wallet, my wallet. I'm going to toddle on up to the gas station before it comes a car dragger so I can put some gas in my car. I'm going to try real hard to resist the fried chicken because they got fried chicken at this gas station and honey. And you would think, and people have laughed at me for years over my affinity for gas station food. Okay. Now, when I say gas station food, I ain't talking about that hoopla that you see wrapped up in paper at the Super America. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like these little mom and pop grocery stores that make the fried chicken and the fish and the best hot dogs you've ever had in your entire life. Those kind of places. That's the kind of gas station food that I like. And actually, in Knott County where I work, we don't have a whole lot of restaurants to choose from, but I will tell you that of the ones that we do have, there's a gas station. There was a gas station on what is that road called? Main Street. I'd rather eat at that gas station than any restaurant in town. It's that good. Honey, they can put a scald on some chicken for you. They ain't messing around. So, anyway, there it is. You know, I had a few other things that I kind of wanted to discuss, but I don't even know how long I've been doing this. Probably for a hot minute or 12. I don't know. I'm one of these type of people that if I know I have something that I need to go do, it's real hard for me to focus. So the fact that I was able to sit and focus on what it was I was talking about for as long as I did, kind of a big deal. So I may come back later tonight and talk about the other stuff I had. So in the meantime, enjoy your day, and I will see you later.